Hi, Pier. I just wanted to say thank you for being the phenomenal teacher you are, but just also being the phenomenal person as you are. Of course, you're human first, and you always keep that in mind when working with us, and that's something I could really appreciate. Again, like being real and keeping it raw and be 100% with us is the best lesson that you could give us to go out into the world and also give, but also being professional, but also showing us empathy and understanding. You were there during one of the roughest times in most of our lives when the whole state of the United States changed, but different topic for a different day. And what you did for us that day still goes down in history for me. Like, I still talk about that and how it helped. But it also helped not just me personally, but helped me in my profession. And for that, I'm forever grateful. Granted, I did learn a lot from you in class, don't get me wrong, but it's sometimes the things that are not part of the curriculum or part of the lesson plan that day that you tend to take away with you. And for that, I'm forever grateful to you. I'm sad I didn't get a chance to have you as a formal teacher after that class, but thank you for just being available to me when I reach out to you regarding recommendations or internship sites or just different types of social work practice and, feedback, commentary, anything. Just thank you for being a listening ear and just being that support that not only I need, but we all need. So yeah, thank you, and hopefully we see you at graduation. Bye.
Hi, Pier. I just wanted to thank you for being such an awesome professor and for always emphasizing the lesson to us, to always question everything and to never just be okay with just the baseline. You've been such an awesome person in general to me in this short time that I've been under you as a student. And I know that you'll make an awesome doctor of social work. I'm looking forward to seeing your name on a textbook someday. And I just wish you the best in everything moving forward. So thank you so much again.
Hi, Pierre. So I'm really glad that we decided to do this video for you because I really just want to let you know what an important person you've been to me the past 3 years in this program. Since that first class that I took with you, you just immediately began to solidify for me what it meant to be a social worker and to validate for me that I had chosen the right path and I was where I needed to be. And I think I took you almost every semester after that, except for maybe one, but I realized that the reason that I continued to do that was because you taught me something that really no other professor did. In the same way, you embody what it means to be a social worker in all aspects, through your teaching style and in the ways that you listen to us and empower us and challenge us, and in the ways that you look after us and take care of us and check in on us and know us. I remember getting an email from you during my second year, just checking in on how I was handling my work, school, internship load, and just letting me know that I was seen and noticed and that you were there for me. And you just make us feel known and heard and understood, just like a good social worker does. I'm impressed by you and inspired by you, and I hope to be half the social worker that you are someday. And since I basically owe my job to you, since you helped me strategize to get it, I just can't wait to take you out for a beer or a coffee. And I'm sure I'll see you at some protests in the future and some punk shows. So I just hope that we stay in touch. And I just want to thank you, Pierre, for everything you've done to teach me what it truly means to be a social worker.
Pier, I'm so glad that you were part of my graduate education and I actually got to start my experience with Westchester off with you. You were one of the first professors I've had, and I got to take my 2 favorite classes with you, mental health and policy. both of those classes, and just my experience with you generally really shaped how I think about social work and what I think of social workers should be. So thank you. I only wish I got to take more classes with you, and I hope that I'm able to keep in touch with you and see you out in the world in the future. Thank you so much for everything.
Say that I truly appreciate you, and thank you for just checking in on me and just being you, just being a phenomenal you, and being real. So I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for everything. I love you dearly, and I know that when I reflect on Westchester, you will most likely be a professor that I think of.
Okay, I'm sitting in my car waiting for my child to come out of lacrosse. So Pier, I want to thank you for you were the first professor that told me to go to the Writing Center. And I remember when I first started at WTU, I was like, I had been out of school for so long, and I was like, what is this APA stuff? So I really appreciated you for doing it, because after that, I took myself there, and I truly believe it's made my writing 10 times better. Also, like, I really appreciate how you always brought your true self to class, like, not sugarcoating things. You gave real life experiences. You were honest with us, about policies. I had mental health with you. I learned so much. I learned so many, I just like have so many tools in my toolkit because of things that you have said, things that you have made me aware of about myself, about some of the clients and people that I work with. And I remember in our last class together, the Radical Social Work, something you said that really stuck with me was about oppression and about privilege. And the best thing that those who are privileged can do is to use their privilege to make things better for others. And for some reason, it just like really resonated with me, and it allowed me to see that, like, I have people in my life who get privilege and what that means, and they'll tell me that they know, they get it and they know what it means. But when you said that, it started really making me think about, people may get it, but are they doing things to affect some kind of change, to bring about some kind of change? Are they using their privilege for that? So I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you being honest with us all semesters. I appreciate your comments in my work, and I appreciate you. You've been a great professor. I was so happy that we were able to do this for you. I wish I was there when you get a chance to like see it, because I would love to hear all the other wonderful things that I'm sure students have to say. But thank you, and I guess I'll see you around.
Hi Pierre, it's Stephanie. I just wanted to take the time to say thank you and some of my gratitude. I was able to have you as a professor twice throughout my time here at Westchester. I had you for mental health, and I had you for the Radical Social Justice course, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm glad I had you for mental health. You definitely calmed my nerves a lot when it came to that course, and I learned so much with the Radical course, especially when it comes to just being inclusive and not giving into society norms, and just dialogue and just how we approach things. I feel a lot more comfortable now, and I thank you for that. I think I shared that at our last class, so I'm just really glad overall that I got to experience you as a professor. I can tell that you're passionate about this work. You're super dope, you're super cool, and I just appreciate the time that I did get to experience you. So thank you.
Hey Pierre, I just wanted to take this chance to really just say thank you. I'm so grateful that I've had the opportunity to take several of your classes throughout my time in the program. You always made class so interesting and engaging. Your passion for social justice and helping people is so awesome and inspiring. I learned so much that I'll take with me and use in my practice. I wish you the best in the future, and I hope to run into you again soon. Thanks.
Hey Pierre, I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you did for us this year. You're an awesome teacher, and I really appreciated everything that we talked about and how you really helped us. So yeah, just keep being you and keep being a great professor that you are. Thanks.
Hi Pierre, I feel really awkward. I don't know how to do these like selfie video things, but I just, couldn't miss the opportunity to just say what an incredible teacher you are. I read somewhere that a great teacher is actually one who inspires, and you absolutely inspire. So I just want to thank you for the last 3 years of just such incredible wisdom and presence and kindness and compassion and willingness to put your neck out there. You definitely stretch to be a better person. Hopefully I will continue to try to do the same. But I'm so grateful for you, and I'm just sad that our 3 years are coming to an end, though I'm also really happy not to have to do the work anymore. Just so grateful for you, and if ever you need anything in geriatrics, I'm your person. Okay? Have a great summer, and thank you.
Pier. I think first and foremost, I'm just very, very grateful for your way with me. I met you at the beginning of the hardest years. These have been the hardest 3 years of my life. And you've just been so supportive and understanding and validating, and you've really provided this stable environment at a time where nothing has felt safe. I've questioned everything. This place with you and with the cohort has really been this foundation that I've been able to rebuild my understanding of my world on. And I'm sad that it's ending. I really am. I'm not gonna miss all the work and stuff, but I'm gonna miss going there twice a week to see you guys. And once a week to see you, Pier. So thank you for being a stable force, you social worker, you. A couple other things that I really value about you is that you have this way in class to challenge me in this gentle yet approachable, also sometimes intriguing way, and you get me to think about the social worker I dream of in my wildest dreams. And you challenge me intellectually as well, which I appreciate. And then this past year with all that crap at my internship, on a personal level, it has meant so much to me that you've just been such a warrior in my corner. It's been so hard being at that internship, and you've made it better. I feel like you've really shown me the type of social worker that I want to be. And I'm so grateful for you and your heart and your moral compass and your values. I hope we stay connected. I hope you come over and hang out, have a fire with us, bring your little girl. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Pier. As my 3 years come to an end, I am reminded of where it all began. You were one of the first professors I had the pleasure of taking a course with. Your transparency, genuine heart, acquired field knowledge, and diverse teaching style have been monumental in helping shape my personal and professional identity over the past few years. I am forever grateful for the experiences and lessons learned. Stay amazing, smiling, and stylish. Bye.
Hey Pier, I'm just stopping in to say thank you for all of the support that you've given me in the past 3 years and for being such a wonderful teacher. I want to thank you for all that you've passed down and for being a wonderful support while at Westchester. Keep up the good work.
Hi Pier. I just want to say thank you so much for the last 3 years in our program. It was wonderful, and having you twice was just incredible. I just wanted to say thank you too, because I remember when Trump was elected, we took a whole evening class talking about our feelings towards it and how we felt and how important it was to talk about it. And I think that really had me open up to social work and understand how important social work is and understand how important our feelings are and checking in with each other. And I really felt like it brought our cohort really close together too. But I really appreciate you, and I'm going to miss you so much, and you've just been amazing, and I want you to keep being amazing, because you're a true social worker. You're exactly what I want to be, and, please keep in touch, and I'll definitely keep in touch, and I wish you all the best. Thanks so much, Pier.
Hi, Pier. I'm so excited to put this video together for you. We've been talking about it as a class for a little bit, and nothing could make me more nervous probably than watching everyone's submissions before mine, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to top that? So I guess I'll start with, I've had you, I think every single semester, maybe not for one semester, but what stands out to me first is I remember how you guided us through the election and how terrified we all were, and we didn't really know how to process those feelings or what to do with them or what the implications were for the social work field or for our personal lives. And you sort of gave us all space in the beginning of that first class after the election to process and talk about it and sort of just like go through how we were all feeling, which I remember just being like, this is a way different program, or grad school is just turning out to be different than what I thought in the best way possible. I didn't think I was going to have that sort of experience, and especially just in general in grad school. I was terrible in undergrad. I got terrible grades and I didn't pay attention at all. So I really didn't think that grad school was going to go this way, and I think you played a really big role in that, in teaching me just in general, modeling for us and me how to be a social worker and how to be like a decent human and how to be a good person. You never made anyone scared to ask a question in class, which I really admired, because I hate public speaking, and I would always get nervous when people would ask me questions and like, oh, what if I don't know the answer? And even when it was like it could be something, it could be an intense question for someone to ask, and you would always handle it so well, and you never made anyone feel ridiculous or shamed them or felt stupid or anything. I think everyone always felt really safe that they could bring up anything or ask any type of question, and you would never make anyone feel less than. And you would also, whenever someone in class said something where they revealed something about themselves that might be intense for them to mention in class, I always noticed that you would always like really take the time to validate that person and say like, thank you for sharing, like, and have feedback on what they said, which is good modeling just in social work in general. But I was also like, a lot of those lessons I also took into my personal life, and I was like, wow, just watching like you hear it, but then when you watch someone do it, you're just like, that's what it looks like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like that's how you make someone feel heard. And I think when we talk about you outside of class, students are always just like, I just feel so heard and I feel so seen. And I think that's really important in general in life, but yeah, in a time like in grad school where I think everyone has some level of imposter syndrome and don't know if they're doing it right, if they should be there, if this is the right field for them, if they're smart enough. So I think that's like really important. And you are a professor that always stood out for doing that, and it was always different than the other classes because of that. I also think you created such a beautiful environment for us as students where you set the tone for how to interact, and then we sort of were just like, oh, so like we should be supporting each other, and just really encourage peer support because you were so supportive that we sort of like took the lead on that and supported each other throughout the last 3 years, which I don't know what I would have done without that sort of support throughout this program because it's hard. Another thing that really stood out to me about having you as a professor is that, or a thing that meant a lot to me, was not everyone has a person that they look up to in their personal lives, telling them that they can do it, telling them that they're smart, or validating them, or telling them that they can achieve anything. I didn't have that, and I got that in my classes with Pier. And I didn't have a person that was older than me that I looked up to that was telling me that I can do anything. And I would leave your classes even in my first year when I was so unsure, even in my last year where it's like terrifying, where I was like, I can do this, and someone believes in me and thinks that I'm like good enough at this and is telling me that I can do anything. Like I would leave, and I still do, your classes, I feel like on an almost like every other week, if not weekly basis, just feeling so fired up and feeling like I can do anything. Like I can work in policy, I can be an activist, I can work in a school, and that I can have an impact on the social issues that we talk about all the time. So I really can't explain how much that means to me and how thankful I am for that.